Over the years, I have learned and have embraced becoming more comfortable with talking about sex. And the more comfortable you are with discussing sex with your patients, the more comfortable they become with you. So there needs to be more conversations on looking at what we call sexually transmitted diseases. We need to shift the framework to let's talk about your sexual health. There is a broad age range of people diagnosed with sexually transmitted diseases, but this predominantly affects younger adults who maybe have no access to primary care, or maybe it's just not in the forefront of their minds, and it's a part of health. It's a part of overall wellness. Protecting yourself from certain sexually transmitted diseases, but also knowing where and how to access treatment when needed. There's been trends that have been worrisome for a long time. I'll just give you an example for chlamydia. We've seen a doubling in the prevalence in Miami-Dade County. We saw a spike in gonorrhea cases in 2016 and 2017. We are still seeing a healthy number of cases every year of HIV transmission, and then across the board. We're seeing at least 40,000 plus cases nationwide diagnosed annually. When we talk about heterosexual adults, this is a problem that predominantly affects women, and so we need to include conversations about women's health in general. What's important is that we have not seen a decrease in any of these sexually transmitted diseases. We've seen increases, which means we have work to do in discussions with our patients on how to prevent sexually transmitted disease. We're still seeing that this is a disease that predominantly affects the South, the Northeast, and the West. And when we talk about the South, it doesn't get much more south than Miami, Florida, and our city is very much affected by the epidemic, one of the top counties in the United States. So we still have a lot of community outreach to do. Most people in relationships are monogamish. There's monogamy, and there's being monogamous, and then there's being monogamish. And in many cases, it's not until you have those open and honest discussions that you'll have, well, I've been with my partner for 15 years, but I have a friend and we have casual sex on occasion, and sometimes we use condoms or sometimes we don't. Or I have some partners with which I use condoms regularly and some partners that I don't. So if you don't take the history, you don't get the information you need to do the appropriate screenings. And you don't get the history unless you're comfortable having the conversation.
So Jade, what do you think after seeing the video?
I thought that the video was super impactful, and I think that it's important for younger generations to be comfortable with having these difficult conversations, and in turn, we could create a healthier lifestyle for everyone.
And Will?
I think the video had a super important message. It's important to have that open line of communication because all it takes is one mistake to ruin your life forever.
And for me, I have a lot of doctors in my family, and I thought it's very important for people to reach out to their physicians like their family members. They're just regular people like us, and if you're 100% honest with them, you can probably save lives. Thanks so much for watching.